We welcome you live to our night of pay-per-view action. Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas. And we welcome you to the MGM Grand here on the Vegas Strip in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada. Scheduled to go the full 10 if we get that far. Round one underway. What's the best punch for a tall puncher against a shorter puncher?
Well, it's got to be the jab, because the jab is the measuring stick. It makes sure that the taller man keeps that advantage. Make sure that the shorter man stays where he belongs.
He scored well after being hit himself. Blocks that punch. Good defense upstairs to stay away from that offensive assault. .90 seconds to go here in this round. Blocks that punch. Good block there by Watson. And clicks of the talk. He just missed that shot up top. Diesel's back in his corner now, probably reflecting on what was a very solid round. Now, he didn't overwhelm his guy with a quantity of punches, but he was so effective with what he did put forward.
Yeah, you're right. You know, a lot of times people think that the muscles that count the most in any sport, and especially in this sport, such a difficult sport, is, you know, the biceps, the physical things that you see, you know, the chest, the back. You know, this guy's got the strong muscle up top, you know, over his shoulders, in between his shoulders, his brain. And that's why he's picking the spot so well. That muscle is serving him to win this fight right now.
Diesel's only known victory so far in his career. Halfway through this round here. Good block by Watson. That was a miss by Watson. A little something for his opponent after getting tagged. See, he's got his guard up really well that time, and it protects his head. There's the headshot, but he parries it away. Accurate counter punch by Diesel. Oh, and there you go. That uppercut absolutely rocked him. Boy, I don't like the way his legs look at all right now. Diesel's last round didn't go the way he wants, not with that swelling that we see.
Keep the pressure on him. Keep it on him. No need to get excited.
And round number 3 is underway. Diesel's coming out for this round here, knowing that he was tagged in that last round, Teddy. Now, different guys react in different ways when that happens. It can either bring you up or bring you down.
Exactly. You hit it head on, you embrace it. You embrace it as a challenge. You say, okay, I'm going to show what I'm made of. Or you start to become small. You start to vanish a little bit.
The trigger right away with the left hand after getting tagged himself.
Keep your hands up. Keep it going.
Watson's coming up with the answers, avoiding that punch. Coming to the halfway point of this third round. Very nice defensive guard there. You get a guy into the gym, you put him on the double end bag for the first time, you can have some fun with that, right?
Well, you can get frustrated with it
That's
too,
what I'm talking
Joe.
about.
Absolutely, because it's coming at you. You get a little discombobulated. You know, you can miss. You can get frustrated. You got to start off nice and slow, just with a basic punch, a jab, and then once you start getting the timing, you can increase a little bit. But the most important thing for the double end ball, the crazy bag, that some people call it, is after you throw the punch, you move your head. And then after you get practice at moving after your last punch, then you remember the other ways you can move. You can use your legs, you can punch, you can step out a little bit.
He gets hit, but he gives it right back. Diesel starting to show some swelling from that last round. The action starts up again, but it's only favored one man. Hard to see this fight going the distance based on what we've witnessed so far. Way to block there. I would assume there has to come a point in this fight where he has to make the commitment to throw the power punches. It's hard to envision a way he's going to win this fight without going down that road.
He doesn't have the confidence to do it. I don't know if he's mentally strong enough to do it. I think he's worried about throwing hard at the guy because maybe in his mind that means the guy will throw hard back at him.
Great pace to this fight, Teddy. These guys are... There it is! What a shot! Big hook comes in. Not what he was looking for. That's a miss right there by Watson. Not able to land the uppercut. He was stunned and staggered moments ago. Now he's right back in the fight looking pretty good.
Yeah, some guys take a little longer to recover. One of his strengths is he recovers real fast.
Good block by Diesel. Nice work with the jab on the outside. What a chin. Can you believe the shots this guy's absorbing?
And more importantly, can his opponent believe it? You know what? You want to hit a guy, so you figure that that's a good thing, that's an encouraging thing. This is a case where his opponent might get discouraged just by seeing his guy take those kind of shots.
That is a big right hand after eating one himself. Diesel's in control here. You can just look at this fight for 10 seconds and you've seen everything you need to see because there hasn't been a moment where it hasn't been his fight.
Yeah, you know, you talk about those sins. A lot of times people say there's 7 virtues, there's 7 sins out there. One of the sins that you hear about is greed. That's the only thing that can beat him right now, is if he gets greedy.
See, he's got his guard up really well that time, and it protects his head. And a smart counterpunch by Diesel. Teddy, I know you swear by it, and we're seeing it right in front of us. Good fighter, likes to fight on the outside, who's having a stellar night with that jab.
Hey, look, if you're going to be an accountant, you better know math. You better know how to add. You're going to be a good fighter, as far as I'm concerned. You better have a good jab.
Get that head moving.
Good way to protect the midsection.
Keep your head moving.
Way to block there. Holy cow! Watson stunned and he is hurt.
Hey, no holding, no holding.
He missed with that headshot. What a fight. What a great, non-stop action fight this has been. 10 seconds to go in this round.
Get those hands up.
And as this round comes to an end, Teddy, you just get the sense that at any point this fight could come to an end because it is being fought with bad intention.
Yes, these guys are not behaving like guys that are coming here thinking about going to the scorecards. They're letting everything go in every punch.
How about a return to sender with the left hand?
Side to side.
He scored well after being hit himself. A nice block by Watson. Watson's got no head movement whatsoever. I mean, this is a very easy target to hit here.
No, if it wasn't for his opponent snapping his head back with his jab, there'd be no head movement at all. But that's not the kind of head movement that you're talking about. He should be doing it on his own, getting away from the punches. But, Joe, if you haven't been taught it, it's not going to show up suddenly the night of the fight.
A little give and take, and here comes the left hand.
In and out, in and out, in and out.
Takes one, gives one. The right hand scores well. A stinging counterpunch after some fine defense by Diesel. Undoubtedly, the most effective element of his entire arsenal tonight is his jab. He's so committed to fighting on the outside, and he's jabbing away beautifully.
Well, Customato used to tell me, Teddy, when you're in doubt, jab. Well, this fighter, when he's been in doubt, he's jab. When he's been sure of himself, he's jab. As you said, he's made a jab fest of this all night long.
Worked out really well, throwing off the right hand after getting tagged like that.
Nice one. That was good. You have this one. Keep boxing. Doing great. You're making it hard for him.
Another round underway, but how many more will we see? You get the sense this fight could be heading towards a stoppage. Good defensive skill. Boy, just staying on the outside away from danger and scoring well. He has taken a lot of punishment here.
Well, the special fighters find a way, even when it's desperate like this, to survive. He's got to find that way right now.
He gives as well as he takes. You saw it on that exchange.
Keep the head moving.
Frustrating his opponent with great defense.
Cover your head.
Good block.
Get moving.
It's been 2 minutes of non-stop action. Now the final minute has arrived. block there by Watson. Great fight. I mean, just a great fight. Both guys giving their all back and forth.
It doesn't get much better.
Final 10 seconds. Well, as that round comes to an end, it gives us a moment to kind of reflect on this overall fight. And Teddy, my thoughts are pretty clear-cut. This is the kind of fight that just takes on a personality of its own. This is an all-out war.
Yeah, this is kind of like watching a guy who's not on a budget. You know, he's spending with both hands. You know, when he goes home, he's going to have no money in his pockets. And when this fight is over, these guys are going to have nothing left in the gas tank, and it's probably not going to a decision.
The counter. Diesel's making for a trainer's dream right now. Picking his shots, Teddy. Selecting when, where, and being very accurate.
Yeah, the old timers would say he's a real sharpshooter.
Oh, that's gotta hurt. He is not in good shape. He could be on the deck in moments. Right was lined up, but he missed. Watson's box is not going to the body at all. He'd be so well served to do it, though, Teddy.
Yeah, but his opponent doesn't want him to. So, you know, he doesn't want to go against what his opponent doesn't want him to do. Because his opponent would love him to keep throwing to the head because, you know, he can see those coming. He can move and avoid them. Body shots, you know, your head moves, but your body doesn't.
Watson's in bad shape.
No holding.
Nice block by Watson. They both decide to bring it. Comes right back with some offense of his own. Diesel's doing it just the way he wants to do it, and that last round kind of sums up the whole fight. In complete control. He's up on the scorecard, heading towards another victory.
And he's up on my scorecard. Now he just has to be careful that he doesn't get careless, he doesn't get reckless.
Off to the side, a little swing and a miss going upstairs. Oh boy, look at this. Right from the get-go, they go after one another.
They remind me of my 15-year-old son going to the dinner table.
Staying away from those headshots with his defense up top.
Keep your head moving.
Oh, look at that. They exchange hooks. This is just beautiful to watch. Watch how he just links one to the next, Teddy. A beautiful sequence, almost like musical notes being played.
Well, exactly. It's a nice tune because it just follows. One, as you said, follows the other. Nice and smooth.
They trade shots. He comes back with a right hand. Takes one to give one. He comes back with a right hand. Nice block by Watson. Watson's looking like he's not in control right now, Teddy, and I don't think he's been the same fighter since he got tagged earlier in this fight.
No, he hasn't fully recovered. You know, some of those cobwebs, you know, some of those birds are still chirping in his head.
This has been a very entertaining fight. A little time to reflect here at the end of this round. My thoughts being this. I would really be surprised if we go to a decision here. It just has that kind of feel to it.
Yeah, it has a feel to me like going to one of those places where you can eat all the pasta you can for one price, you know? And some guys get carried away. They eat about 5 bowls. Well, these guys, they're going to have a stomachache at the end. Somebody is going to wind up not standing at the end.
Keep it going.
Keeping his hands up, getting rid of his opponent's offense. Nothing there on the punch by Watson. Very clean offense from defense by Diesel. Nice block by Diesel. Good looking right hand after he got hit. This is why we love the sport, Teddy. I mean, this is just back and forth action nonstop.
Well, Joe, when special events have happened in history, you remember where you are. Right now, I'm going to remember where I was during this fight. I'm watching a special epic right in front of me.
Glad to be here doing it, too. What a war this is. Able to land the headshot. Able to get rid of that one. A little give and take, and here comes the left hand. Well, that wraps it up. Now, let's send it up to our ring announcer for the decision. He's your winner by a unanimous decision.
Well, he started going to the body, and it paid off for him, and it paid off for us. A good, solid fight.
It was indeed, and we're glad you were with us to witness it. For Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore. Always enjoy you tuning in. We'll see you next time at the fights.